Alright YouTube, 116 Falconer. I got my new boots in today. They're Mishmi, well, I don't know how the hell you say the name, Takin. I needed a new pair of boots. I was going to get me a new pair of the Keen Target 2s or whatever. And then I saw these online. Now these are, it's a new company. They started up a Kickstarter company. The boots are quite a bit more expensive than the Keens. These boots here, they're the Kameng, non-insulated, made in Romania. I mean, they tout being made in Europe. It's made in Romania. Waterproof, supposed to wick out moisture, so I'm going to put them on. My feet right now are soaking wet because I was out field walking, and my Keens, I've had these for years, freaking awesome boot, but my feet get wet now, so I'm going to throw these boots on with my wet socks. I'm going to see how it wicks out, and I'm going to go down to the creek, walk in the creek, and see what happens. So we'll be back. Alright YouTube, so I have the boots on. Alright, now I'll tell you, they're out of the box comfortable, but I don't think they're as out of the box comfortable as the Keens were. I mean, these Keens are freaking phenomenal. They're way more out of the box comfortable than these Merrells. But that's a cheap boot. It's like 50 bucks. Currently, my feet are hotter than hell in there. I mean, I do have wet socks on. It's 80 degrees out. They're a lot more uncomfortable than when I was wearing my Keens. Of course, the Keens are saturated, so that may have kept my feet cooler. So I'm going to be going down to the creek, or the river as they call it, and see how it does there. I'll be back. Alright YouTube, so I'm back at the creek here with my new boots there. Can't remember what the hell the name is. So let's see how they do with their waterproof. We'll go into some running water here. Alright, so I'm up to my ankles in water. Oh, see, the water comes off. Now this boot here, I'm getting water inside. Alright, I'm sure it's coming from up top here around the tongue, but that's all right. This is more for keep my feet dry when I'm like field walking or something. So let's get them all the way submerged, and I want to see how long it takes them to dry. Alright, so as you can see, the water is infiltrating my boots. Alright YouTube, I'm back home now. As you can see, the boot is thoroughly wet, the boots. And I got water dripping out this boot. I'm going to keep them on the rest of the day. I got a big lawn I got to mow tonight. I'm going to push mow it. And we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to keep my wet socks on, the wet boots on. I'm going to keep it on all day long. I want to see what freaking happens here. But real quickly here, let's tell you about the boots. I mean, the construction feels very good, and just walking a short distance seems to have broken them in very comfortably. Anyways, so they're made from event fabrics, which, according to them, the technology is microscopic, the difference is huge. It's supposed to be the most breathable fabric ever. So that it lets your feet breathe while maintaining waterproof qualities. Then it has the Vibram Mega Grip soles on it. The rubber on there, it's not like traditional Vibram soles. It's a little more like a like the rubber. I don't know if you ever felt like a Z-rated tire or like a Blizzak, like a winter tire. You know, it's somewhat similar to that. It's not as hard. See, I'm dripping water out of my boot now. Well, we'll see how long that goes on for. So it has Vibram soles. The boot itself, the Mishmi Takin, or whatever, I don't know how you pronounce it. Made in Europe, but like I say, the tag in there, it's made in Romania, which, I mean, that's cool. I've always wanted to go to Romania, and I mean, that place just seems to have a lot of, you know, Dracula and all kinds of goofy shit going on there. It's a beautiful country from what I see. So anyways, that's it. You know, you got the Vibram Mega Grips. You have the Made in Europe boot. You have the Event fabric in there. Like I say, these are non-insulated. Supposedly next spring they're coming out with an insulated model. So we'll see, but I'll let you know how it goes after my mowing tonight. Like I said, I'm keeping the boots on, soaking wet, and I want to see what my feet do. All right, see you. All right, you two, 116 Falconer. I'm done mowing, done doing all my crap. Now I definitely have to get these boots off. They haven't been too bad. Like I said, I've been wearing them all day. You know, we're headed towards nighttime. We'll see what goes on here. The marks on my sock are from when I was wearing my Keens wet. So my feet have been wet all freaking day. Probably it's about 12 hours they've been wet. So let's see. The new boots here, they've the water has wicked out. But like I say, I don't know if they're worth the coin. I think the Keens are a freaking awesome pair of boots. Oh, of course these ones are, they're pretty good too. So I don't know what to say. My feet are wet, but the water that came out, but I'm gonna see how long it takes for the boots to dry. Where you go? Stop it. If they're dry by the morning, I'll update this. All right, see ya. All right, YouTube, hottest day of the year so far, September 25th. It's freaking 92 degrees, and we are at 97% humidity. I've been rocking these boots for a week now. I've been wearing my my thick winter socks with them, and my feet feel comfy, cozy, and they stay freaking bone dry. I mean, whether you're sweating or walking through grass, you know, or fields or whatever. But this coming weekend, we're gonna go walk some backwoods property we're looking at buying, so I'll see how they do there. But so far, man, these things are freaking awesome. We'll be back. Alright, YouTube, 116 Falconer. So this is week 3 of rocking these Mishmi Takin what, I don't know how the hell you pronounce it, boots. Alright, this is with Kickstart Company. Today I just got done. I've been wearing these non-stop for 3 weeks, every day, and they've performed excellent. Today I just got done with a 7-hour turn and burn road trip. My feet never got uncomfortable in the car for the whole trip. I've been taking them out in the woods, in the fields. Last weekend we were exploring a 122 acre piece of property we're looking at buying, and this property has everything to test boots. I mean, it starts out high, you're about 1,600 feet elevation, go about 200 yards, you get down to about about 1,500 feet, and it's a marshy area for about 100 yards. Then you go back up into another field, get back up to about 1,550. Then you start dropping down into a pine forest, gets down to about 1,430, and the pine forest is all mossy, ferns, slippery, you know, just that sort of terrain. Then there's a small stream crossing. Then you go up into the hardwood area, and the soil there, once you get on the other side of the stream, it's rocky, very loose packed soil, crumbly, hard to get a grip on. But I'll tell you what, man, these freaking Vibram Mega Grip soles, these things are freaking awesome. But then you get up top there, you're about 1,650, you know, in the hardwood. Then it goes back down again. So all varying terrains. I mean, where I am, there's no sand, so I couldn't try them in sand. But I mean, these things, never a problem. My feet stayed comfortable, dry, even when you take the boots off. You know, you don't have any residual sweat or anything on your feet. Feet don't stink, boots don't stink. So for a 3-week review, you know, I mean, I think these are money, it's money well spent. Of course, the longevity, because boots always fail right there. So we'll see. You know, we'll see how they hold up. Like I say, they're made in Romania. Kickstart Company uses the Event fabric on there. So they're not a bad looking boot, but you know, when it comes to functionality, these freaking things are they're pretty awesome, man. I like the keen lacing system still better, but that's about the only thing. I mean, short break-in. I mean, they're out of the box comfortable, not as out of the box comfortable as the Keens, like I said earlier, but it doesn't take long to break them in. When I flooded them in the creek there, when I first got them, it took a full 2 days for these boots to dry out. And that was just air drying, but we were like having 85-degree weather, 100% humidity, so it takes everything a long time to dry out. But with my exploring and stuff, since I have not submerged the boots, you know, they'll look wet, but your feet don't get wet. So, I mean, Really can't ask for more. Lightweight, just comfortable as hell, man. So I'd say, man, pull the trigger. These here Mishmi Takin like I said, I have no freaking idea how to pronounce that name, but they're an awesome boot. All right, that's it. See ya.